Hey, what's up, guys? Hello and welcome to online classes. Have a pleasant morning to all of you. I, Ajay Kumar, your English teacher, is now going to teach you the second part of the story Children at Work of supplementary book NCERT Class 8. So, do you remember what had happened in the first part? Yes, correct. There was a boy named Velu who ran away from his village Kanur because his father was beating him every day and taking his all the earnings to drink the wine, and that's why he don't want to get the beat up every day, and he left the village to earn some money in town. When he reached to Chennai, he just met a girl there on the station who offered him the food since he was so tired and hungry. So, it was his own choice to follow that girl because he wanted to eat some food. So, now let us read the second part, and the key words we must learn it first. Velu follows his friend through the crowded street to a big building. Behind the building, there is a big garbage bin. Velu wonders why they are there at all. Now, let us go through the reading of story. He caught up with the girl as she was leaving the station. When they got to the road, Velu found that the vehicles kept coming and never stopped for anyone. Smoke and dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. This had to wait for a long time before they could find a gap to run through. Velu kept hesitating, and the girl finally dragged him to the other side. In this line, the narrator is saying that when he went out with that girl out of that station and went to the road, he was finding it quite difficult to cross the road because lots of vehicles was crossing or passing through that road, and it was not stopping for anyone or not letting anyone to cross that road. And since it was a city, big city, so smokes of the vehicles and dust which was floating over the roads, fleeing over the roads, were coming oftenly, and that was making his head spin like चक्कर खा रहा था, वो चक्कर आ रहा था उसको ये धूल धुआं सब देख करके, because he has never seen these all things earlier when he was living in the village. And even the vehicles was not providing gap or timing so that they can cross the road easily. So finally the girl decided to hold Velu's hand and literally dragged him to the other side of the road. This is how they crossed the road. Now next, what do you think you are doing? Grazing cows? If you stand around in the middle of the road like that, it will be chutney. Velu's heart was still beating fast. He looked back at the central station and the traffic speeding by. How had they managed to come through that? They walked along the side of the road under some huge signboards. Velu looked up at the pictures: banyans, car tires, pens, and a woman holding a box. The writing was all in English, so he did not know what it meant. In this part, the narrator is telling that when they crossed the road, literally that girl got angry over that Velu's reaction. What he was doing, trying to do when he was crossing that road. So she, warned him that if by mistake, if he would have stand in the middle of the road, no car or any vehicle will stop, and that will make chutney of him, like it will उसको टक्कर मारेगा, धक्का मारेगा और उसके ऊपर से क्रॉस कर जाएगा. Okay, and when they crossed the road finally, Velu was so scared, and it was so obvious that the heartbeat will increase. So his heartbeat was beating so fast. Then after he looked back, from where he came, how he crossed the road, and he was so surprised that how he has crossed the road easily with the help of that girl. Then after they started walking along the roadside, and during that they saw the hoardings, big hoardings, which we can see in our city also, right? And he was just looking at the advertisements which were you know posted over the hoardings. He can see the banyans and car tires and paints. These are the things he can recognize. But the thing what he was not understanding was the language written on that signboard. Okay, so this was difficult for him to understand. Now the next part, the girl turned into a wide breeze and walked up. Velu stopped and peeped over the railing. Under him, the road ran into the city. In the distance, he could see huge buildings and towers and more roads. See that building with the wall around it. If you are not careful, you will be soon be counting bars there. The girl grinned and pointed at a huge building. Velu squinted and read the Tamil sign Central Jail. Why? I haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything wrong. Just don't get caught. That's all. So in this para, the narrator is telling that when they crossed the pathways, and then after they went onto a bridge which was bide in construction, they were just walking through that bridge, and there the narrator says that girl was asking Velu to see at the huge building which was actually a central jail where the thieves are kept and where the prisoners are kept. So he was actually peeping downside from that bridge, and what he saw there were many roads crossing through that bridge, and it was like as a, you can see a circular road or something like ringside road which crosses through the bridge and all that. And during that course, the girl pointed out towards that jail. Okay, and she warned him literally that he has to be so careful from this cops or policeman. Okay, but when she says these all things, Velu got confused that how he will be behind the bars without doing anything wrong. He was not understanding what she meant exactly. But the girl was so clever, she was so intelligent, and she knew that someday, they'll have to face this type of situation in future, because it has been seen in our society that the policemen are disturbing the rag pickers, scolding them and trying to take their money as well. So these are the things happening in the society. So that's why she told these all things. But Velu confronted that why he'll be behind the jail, right? Because he has just not done anything wrong. But still the girl suggests him not to get caught. Now next, what does she mean? Velu wondered. Meanwhile, the girl was already heading down the bridge with the sack on her shoulder. What was in it? He had seen her putting plastic cups into it at the station. What are you carrying in that bag? Things, bottles, paper. Velu wondered what she was doing with them, but he felt shy to ask any more question. It was still morning, but the sun blasted down on the tar and Velu's bare feet burned. It was not like walking on a mud road. He was soaked with sweat. He tried hard to walk in the shade and keep up with the girl at the same time. She walked really fast. How far away was the food. So in this part, the narrators, says that when they have crossed the bridge, and when they were coming down from that bridge, Velu was trying to guess out what was there in that bag, what was there in that sack which that girl was carrying, because he has seen her collecting the plastic cups at the station, which was like just as a rubbish thing, garbage. So he asked this question from that girl, and the girl replied that it was things like bottle and paper. Okay, and then after, Velu didn't feel good to ask more question, and he felt something like shyness in asking more question. When they reached on a road which was of tar here is like coal tar, the black coal tar. And since Velu was not wearing any slipper or something like that, and the sun had blasted, it means like the heat was getting pumped up, just because of the sun ray, and as it was going to be a afternoon time, his feet started burning. So this was unbearable for him, and that's why he was, thinking that how far is the food, when he'll get the food, because he has to match the pace of walking with that girl also. She was quite experienced. She was a rag picker. She used to pick up the cups, plastic, and other garbage things every day near about the road or somewhere in the colony and roadside, right? So that's why she was habitual of these all things. However, the person Velu was not. So next part, after almost an hour of walking, they stopped in front of a big building, Sri Raj Rajeshwari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam. Read Velu slowly. A sign with letters made of flowers said, Groom JV Vinyagan, Bride Rani. Velu stared at the big cars parked outside. One of the cars had a flower garland and roses tapped onto it. The girl looked around, pulled one off quickly, and stuck it in her hair. Come on, she said. Are we going to eat here? Asked Velu, looking at the huge hall and the people inside. So in this part, when they reached to a place which was actually a community hall, what we can call it, because we have experienced it when any marriage ceremony is taking place. We are like hiring a community hall to do all the rituals and the proceedings of the marriage. In the same way, they went to a community hall where a marriage was taking place. And what was the name of that place? Sri Raj Rajeshwari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam. And this was read by the Velu because it was written in Tamilian language. And even the flowers were, even the letters were made by the flowers. So he was able to read the name of groom and bride both. Sorry guys. So he was able to read the name of groom and bride both. However, in between this, the girl, what she did, she picked up, because she was a girl and obviously she liked the roses more. So she took one rose from a car and she, just put it over her head to look pretty or to look beautiful. Then there, the Velu asked the question from that girl that, are we going to eat here? Because it was a community hall, it was a marriage ceremony going on, and there were many people gathered over there. So it was quite surprised for him because he was not invited. They were not invited, right? Now, next. Hopes, said the girl, shaking her thumb under his nose. She led him behind the hall. There was a big garbage bin overflowing with rubbish. Two goats were standing on the pile fighting for a banana leaf. A cloud of flies buzzed around their legs. There was a rotten smell in the air. The girl picked up a squashy banana and held it out to Velu. Here's your food. Velu was shocked. Are we going to eat the leftovers? Sheh, what do you think I am? A dog? I only take untouched food. Here, some more catch. She threw him a bada. Velu looked at it with distaste. Come on, hero, eat it. You think I like it? I told you I will find you something to eat. Don't think I have money to buy food for you. You would better eat what you got until you have your own money. Velu hesitated, but his stomach squeezed him again. He gulped down the banana and butter. His stomach felt better immediately. He could have eaten at least 10 times more, but the girl could find only one banana, which she ate herself. So in this lines, the narrator is telling that when the boy Velu asked question that are we going to eat food here, then she tricked himself and she told like no, we are not gonna get the food easily, that much easily what he was expecting, that somebody is gonna offer them food. It is not gonna happen like that. But they went, instead of that they went to a garbage bin where it was overflowing with the garbages, leftover foods of the people who ate half food and kept their plate in the dustbin or garbage bin. The situation, we can understand that wherever it is, garbage bin is there are many flies roaming around, and even the dogs and goats are there roaming around to have some leftover foods. In the same way, the things was looking like. However, two persons, Velu and girl, was looking for some untouched food, like it was not leftover. So she told, when Velu asked from her that are we going to eat the leftover food, then she told in very amazing way, no, we are not going to eat that food, but we are going to eat some untouched food which are not ate by anyone. And soon she found some food for him. It was a bada pav, and which she offered to Velu. Velu took it, but it was like a distaste for him because he don't wanted to eat, but still he was so hungry. So the last option for him was to eat that bada, right? Because he was feeling so hungry and his stomach was aching also. Then after, even the girl insisted himself to eat that food, because if he is thinking that the girl will buy some food from money, that is not gonna happen, that is not gonna take place, because she was not having any money. So somehow she has arranged food for Velu, and this is how they ate the food. However, Velu hesitated for a moment, but there was no option left for him, so he ate the food and tried to control the hunger, as it was pinching a lot, right? Now it is too early, they have only eaten tiffin. If you are still hungry, you'll have to wait for them to finish lunch. You can wait it if you want. I have to work, I'm going. She picked up a couple of bottles from the heap and threw it into her sack. Then she walked off. Velu panicked. He realized that if the girl left him, He had no idea where he was and what to do. It was better to stick to her. She seemed to know her way around. He ran after her again. So in this para you can see, dear student, that uh, when she offered the vada to him and when she ate a banana, no, it was like compared to as a tiffin, no, what you are bringing to your school, and something like small pieces of breads and all that. That is not like as a lunch, that is not a complete, food. So still they were feeling so hungry, and the girl suggested Velu to wait until the lunch finishes in that community hall, right? And she also told him that he has to wait, stand there and wait for the time until the lunch is finished, and she'll leave him here for some time because she has to go for working. And what was her work? You all know that she was a rag picker, and she was like picking up the garbages. So she did her work. She picked up couple of bottles from there, from heap, where heap of that garbage, and she threw it into her sack, bag which she was carrying on her shoulder, and then she walked off from there. वहाँ से जाने लगी. Velu panicked. Velu like felt so strange, like what he will do if that girl will leave him, and he was not having any clue or idea that what to do, where to go, and all these things. So he thought to just walk along with her only. Only that girl was the you can say सहारा थी उसके लिए, जो कि उसको आगे का रास्ता बता सकती थी. Okay, so he started following her again. Hey, he called. He did not even know the girl's name. Hey, what is your name? He asked, hurrying behind her. So I is like a common, like you can say, if we are not knowing anyone name, so we are calling I or something, oi, like that. So by this way he asked her name, and he started following her. just जल्दी जल्दी उसके पीछे गया और उससे उसका नाम पूछने लगा. She stopped and turned around. Oh, so you have been following me around without even knowing my name? Jaya. I'm not following you. What then? Who got you food? Can I come with you? Where are you going? Come if you want. This bag is full. I have to go to home to get another one. So in this line, the girl, actually you can say it was a like of कटाक्ष किया उसके ऊपर, वैल्यू के ऊपर, that we are moving together for so long time, at least for 4 or 5 hours since morning, and you don't know my name. How strange it is. It sounds so funny, like you are moving or you are roaming around with a girl of whose name you are not known with, right? So this type of fun, a funny moment created between both of the two characters. In the reply of that girl, Velu said that he was not actually following him. Again, in the very sarcastic way, the girl replied, then what you who got you food then? किसकी वजह से तुम्हें खाना मिला? ठीक है. So he didn't want to answer that, and he said, can I come with you? Velu asked directly. Where are you going? Then the girl replied, the Jaya replied that okay, अगर वो जाना चाहता, उसके साथ आना चाहता, come if you want. And where she was going to home, because the sack or the bag which she was carrying on the shoulder was full, and she has to replace the bag with another one, right? So dear student, this was it for today's session, and hopefully your interest is I think arising for the conclusion of a story. Very soon we'll conclude the story, what had happened with them, in next part. Till then, take care and bye. Have a nice day. Thank you.